Our pioneer project, me, Ryan Cupp, and Sarah Gaskell, were assigned Bruner. This is Bruner's cognitive learning theory. Bruner's early life. Bruner's full name was Jerome Seymour Bruner, born October 1st, 1915, in New York, New York. He was born blind and had eye surgery when he was 2 years old that corrected his vision. He was the son of Herman and Rose Bruner. They were both Polish Jewish immigrants. His father was a watch manufacturer. Bruner's early life continued. Bruner's childhood. In Bruner's early childhood, he dealt with a lot of change. His father passed away when he was 12 years old. This major event led to him and his mother moving around frequently. During his high school years, he attended 6 different schools. Bruner's professional and personal life. After high school, Bruner went to Duke University, where he received his Bachelor of Arts in Psychology in 1937. He then transferred to Harvard University, where he received his Master's and Doctorate in Psychology. His first wife was Blanche Marshall McLean, then Catherine Frost, and his final wife was Carol Fletcher Fieldman. He has a daughter named Jane Bruner Millane and a son named Whitley Bruner. Bruner's career in psychology. Bruner began working on his doctoral thesis at the beginning of World War II. This led him to participate in the war effort as a social psychologist. He wrote a book called The Process of Education in 1962, which discussed the state of education in the United States. In 1945, Bruner returned to Harvard and taught psychology. From 1960 to 1972, he directed the Center of Cognitive Studies at the university. After Harvard, he went to the University of Oxford and taught experimental psychology. Bruner agrees with Piaget. He agreed that children are pre-adapted to learning. Children have a nature of curiosity. Children's cognitive structures develop over time. Children are active participants in the learning process. And he also believed that cognitive development entails the acquisition of symbols. Bruner disagrees with Piaget. He disagreed with the development of a continuous process. He thought it was not a series of stages. The development of language is a cause, not a consequence of cognitive development. You can speed up cognitive development. You don't have to wait for the child to be ready. He disagreed with the involvement of adults and more knowledgeable peers makes a big difference. And the symbolic thought does not replace early modes of representation. The meaning of Bruner's theory. Cognitive development is the construction of the thought process, including remembering, problem solving, and decision making from childhood through adolescent to adult. Bruner believed that learning had modes, which relates to different styles we have nowadays. Mode 1, inactive learning through movement or actions. Mode 2, iconic learning through pictures or icons. Mode 3, symbolic learning through abstract symbols. What's your learning style? Is it verbal? Words are your strong point? You prefer to use words both in speech and in writing? Are you visual? You prefer to use pictures, diagrams, images, and spatial understanding to help you learn. Musical/auditory. You prefer to use sound or music or even rhythms to help you learn. Physical/kinesthetic. You use your hands, body, and sense of touch to help you learn. You might act things out. Logical/mathematical. Learning is easy for you if you use logic, reasoning, systems, and sequences. Social. You like to learn new things. As a part of a group, explaining your understanding to a group helps you to learn. Solitary. You like to work alone. You use self-study and prefer your own company when learning. And finally, combination. Your learning style is a combination of two or more of these styles. Who influenced Bruner? Howard Gardner, developmental psychologist. Alan Kay was a computer scientist. Jerry Fedor works in the field of philosophy of mind and cognitive science. Bertram Kohler, psychologist, psychoanalyst, and educator. Bruner's late life. After his time of teaching at University of Oxford, he taught a new school of social research in New York City, and then at a New York University of Law. Bruner died on June 5, 2016, at the age of 100. Bruner, his influence on current teaching practices. Bruner's thought on learning is that learning is an active process in which students construct new ideas or concepts based on their current and past knowledge. In schools nowadays, teachers find ways to teach that connect with all students. There are many different learning styles/modes that teachers are aware of in classrooms, and they tend to meet all the needs of the students. References used for this project.